Como é que é, pessoal? Bem-vindos novamente ao Undergroundsvoice ao vivo. Os meus convidados de hoje são os Tribulation. Estou aqui com o Jonathan. It's really nice to meet you. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Portugal once again. 2 years after the show at Vagos Metal Fest.
Yeah.
What do you remember about this night in the Portuguese crowd?
It was a great night. I had some friends that came over as well, so we had a really great night together, and it was a really good festival. I also remember being really late when we were running to the stage, so before the show it was kind of stressful, but in the end it was like a really good night.
I was there. You guys have a new album, Down Below, and it's really amazing. I really love this album. How do you feel about that? About this new album?
It feels good that we have come to this point where we feel like we can look back at our catalogue of previous records and feel like this record has something to do with all of them, and sort of tying together the back.
Yeah.
So it feels great. It feels great.
Well, we can say that Tribulation have a musical style. I mean, you're always developing your sound. We can say that you're a black metal band or a gothic band. Tribulation is all that. Tribulation is music, is the moment that you guys are living nowadays. Do you agree with that?
I think we always are creating what we are producing, or what comes out of us is from that particular moment we are in. It's like based on who we are at that moment.
Yeah.
So, and that philosophy or that way of thinking is definitely something that is very that's how it works in Tribulation a lot. So yes.
You're having a really good feedback on this one. Do you believe that the band is in its best moment so far?
It depends on how you define best. In certain ways, I mean, creatively, we had a very different creative process than the last time. So, but I wouldn't say that that's better or worse necessarily. It's just different. But surely, in terms of how we have been receiving feedback or how we have grown as a band, we're definitely steadily going up. So that's good.
Well, this one and the Horror are my favorite albums. They're really different from each other. How do you compare the moment that you were living back in that days in 2009 and nowadays with this album?
That's almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And when we recorded that album, we were still in school. We were basically, we were teenagers, so we were different people. And a lot of things happened between 19 and, well, we're 29. So.
Well, besides the music, Tribulation gives a lot of importance to the visual part. Nowadays, every day we can know some new bands from every corner of the world. Nowadays, that's true. Do you think that the visual part is important to a band and have a lot of success right now, to call the attention, to be different from the other bands?
Each creative person or artists should try to find what is particular or what they have that is unique, or what they feel is resonating within them, or that they feel is important, they feel is something to build upon instead of mimicking or doing something that is you're supposed to do, or just following a pattern that that is already like taken for granted, or following rules. Basically, you should just try to find what's particular for you and just keep building on that. And it could like grow into a whole world where the visual part definitely is a big part of what is important. But it's a whole. It's not only the visuals. It's
Sure.
music and the lyrics and the themes and so on and so on.
Well, Tribulation is not a promise anymore. Now it's a big band, a big name, a big European name. And a few years ago, maybe you were dreaming about to share the stage with big names, and now you're doing it. And also a lot of new bands now want to share the stage with you, with Tribulation. How do you feel about that?
It's amazing. If that's the case, that's amazing. Feel honored by your words.
Well, Sweden have a lot of huge bands, one of the biggest metal bands ever. It's perfect country to have a metal band. Bands like Opeth, Meshuggah, Arch Enemy, a lot of big bands, Marduk, Battery, big names. Do you have any suggestions or new bands that are coming to Sweden? New bands. Can you do a little balance of what's happening right now?
I don't know a lot, to be honest, about new metal bands necessarily that are emerging or new right now.
Yeah.
But there's a rock band, or they call themselves, or they call their music adventure rock, and it's Hellas.
Oh, I don't know them.
You should check them out. They're
I'll check it.
awesome. And they released an album last year, which is it's so good. In my opinion, it's
I'll check it.
yeah.
Well, finally, thank you so much for being here. A huge pleasure to meet you and to receive you at Underground's Voice. Last words for the Portuguese fans and Underground's Voice viewers.
Well, hope to see you at the show, and thank you for the support. Cheers.
Thank you so much. Malta, Tribulation and Underground's Voice, mantenham-se atentos, nós voltamos em breve. Ok, bye.